Everybody happy? Cameron, great start on this golf course. Obviously, the length that's required out here feels like it would be a perfect fit. But what are some of the little things you had to learn about this golf course to have the round that you did?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty much right in front of you for the most part. I think most of the tee shots are pretty apparent, which is what good courses give you. I think it doesn't try to hide anything. And so learning the course wasn't a huge deal, I wouldn't say. But, yeah, I mean, I drove it okay today. It should suit me really well. And thankfully just had a really good day around the greens. You know, I made a couple from the fringe and putted really well.
Is it more about where you're placing it to avoid the mistakes, or do you try to find places where you can attack when the green light is there for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think you can be pretty aggressive into a lot of the greens. They're not particularly firm. I feel like the ball's, sitting down when you need it to. So it's more just about avoiding some of the big mistakes. You know, there's a couple spots where the rough's a little longer, and obviously there's tons of water out there. So it's more a matter of trying to avoid the big mistakes. And when you're in the fairway, I think you can be pretty aggressive.
This is a taxing week, part of another taxing stretch.
Yeah.
How did you balance refreshing and preparing last week after, obviously, it's been one heck of a stretch for you to start this year?
Yeah, I would say there was more refreshing than preparing, frankly. It's a long season. There's a few really, really busy stretches, and this is one of them. So I feel like the time at home for me is better spent. You know, I'm still practicing, obviously, but it's not standing out there and hitting balls for 6 hours a day. I think it's better off being home, resting a little bit, and then, once you get here, you go to work. But it's tricky. But you have to figure out what works for you. And for me, a little bit of time at home goes a long way.
Great start. Keep it going.
Thank you.
Cam, did you find something with the putter practicing at home between Masters and here?
No. To be honest, I don't know if I hit a practice putt between RBC and here until I got here on Tuesday. So maybe a little bit. I'm always tweaking my setup to try to get back to what I feel is really good. So maybe a little bit in setup. But I feel like I'm never that far off, and it just takes a little bit of feel to kind of get things going the right way, and I felt like I just had a really nice feel for the greens today.
Cameron, you've got career best numbers approach play this year. Is there anything technically that you've changed in your swing that's allowed you to make that jump?
I don't think anything that I can really put my finger on. I feel like the golf ball changed the end of last season. I think it started then probably. So that's been a big factor. And then, I'm always working on little stuff. And right now I just feel like I have, pretty good control over the speed that I'm hitting the ball with. And then obviously out here controlling your shapes is really important. So I feel like I've been doing that pretty well. And, today I just had a great day scoring.
What would you say just worked best? I mean, this is obviously a place where nobody in the field has a ton of familiarity. You have played it before. The course has changed since whenever they did.
Yeah.
So a bogey-free 64, how do you...
Yeah, I feel like I made 1 billion feet of putts, which I think works most places. So it's just, like I said, it's just one of those days that, each mistake I made, I was not penalized as much as I could have been. And, every time my ball got near the hole, it seemed to want to go in today.
Just out of curiosity, had you played this course as a junior?
Nope. Never been. Yeah.
Is it a pickup?
Yeah, I think it's a good, solid golf course. It's right in front of you. They don't hide anything. So, that's kind of what you want. So I don't think that's the hugest factor.
Did you flirt with a putter change this week?
No.
Did you surprise yourself today did you feel after your practice rounds that you would have this type of success on this course for the first time?
I always feel like it's possible. If you had asked me to guess, I probably wouldn't have guessed 64. But that's not really what I was concerned about, to be honest. It's a long 3 weeks, and I'm going to have some good days and some bad ones. So it was just more about getting out here today and trying to go through what we do and see what I get, because that's, I think, how I have to approach some of these longer stretches.
Obviously, there was a live announcement today. Some guys have already executed the path back, some are in the process of it. Do you feel like there's a path back for more guys? Would you like to see that?
I think having Brooks back has been great. But honestly, it's not for me to decide, really. And, it's I don't know what any of those guys are thinking about doing. I don't know what's going to happen with Liv, so I can't really give you much of an informed opinion on that. Thank you.